everyone, and welcome back to our final episode of the season of Relative Pitch. I'm so glad that y'all have been with us this whole season. We've definitely enjoyed our time with all of our guests, the interesting conversations, the very intense conversations we've had, and just don't think that we're going to be done with these conversations because we will always have them. And I can't wait for next season because it seems like stuff is just getting crazier and crazier, but that just means we're going to talk more and more. So we are not going anywhere. But it is towards the end of the school academic year. So how are y'all doing? I mean, Michael's already graduated. Lauren's graduating Thursday. So how are y'all?
I mean, first of all, let me just say that I guess this episode is sponsored by Doritos because Michael is over here grubbing.
Well, I'm hungry. I haven't ate since like 11:30.
That is so ghetto.
Y'all have me recording so late.
Child, it's crazy. The end of the semester always feels like a rush to the finish line. Just because I don't know if it's procrastination or it just feels like everything is happening all at once.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel it's a very odd feeling. Like, it definitely doesn't feel how it felt when we were graduating from undergrad. Like, I'm talking about before we knew the pandemic was coming. Like, it was like the time for undergrad where we were just like, oh my gosh, we're done with things. We all know where we're headed, and we're just gonna enjoy this time. Like, I feel like we didn't really get that, or at least I don't feel like we had that much time for masters or this time around to kind of sit and really enjoy before heading to the next thing, because I've been planning my next move since I figured out where I was going, so I don't know, it feels very much like everything's happening very fast. And I'm very excited for the future where I can go slower, I think. So that's me, but looking forward to graduation and just being able to celebrate in general in person with everyone. And Michael's already graduated, so he's already mastered it, period.
I want to let y'all know, thank you, Lauren. Lauren just told a bold-faced lie. This girl will never relax. She don't relax over the summer. She don't even take a weekend to relax. She is not going to relax.
And that is why I said I am looking forward to the possibility of a future.
Girl, the last 2 weeks of classes, I was playing golf every other day. I cut it. I did my recital halfway through the semester, got my orals out the way, and had nothing else this semester. So I had that time. I was like, ooh, y'all got papers? Don't.
First of all, Michael really was playing golf. Like every day was out on the golf course, which I'm sorry, golfing.
I can hit it.
It takes patience, Anthony.
It's hot. That's the biggest thing. It's usually just hot.
It takes patience and perseverance.
Mm-hmm. He said, let me put this wig back, child.
Whatever y'all say, I guess.
It's fun to concentrate on something other than music sometimes, but it doesn't have to be golf. Go do something else.
Oh no, definitely do something else. I'm judging y'all because y'all actually do golf. That's what I'm judging. I'm not judging that you're doing something outside of music. Please do something outside of music. But golf? How old are y'all? Like, last time I checked, I'm the oldest one of this podcast. And y'all are out here doing a 60-year-old sport.
I will say it's just fun watching other people get mad whenever they mess up. Michael, Judy. Hi, Judy. We love you. But like that's the more fun to me.
It is fun. It is fun. I also, when you hit a good shot and someone else don't, you can talk it. You can like bully them. I love bullying people.
Fun. Okay.
Which does not support bullying. Thank you.
Please comment down below. First of all, who finds golf actually interesting? My she's not 80. She's about to be 90-year-old grandma watches golf as if it was like going out of style tomorrow. I see nothing but green. I would honestly rather watch paint dry.
Oh my gosh.
It's not that bad, Anthony.
Comment down below.
I'm from Augusta. I got a rep, Augusta.
What?
But anyway, I mean, I wish I had more. Like we had a concert last week, and we're graduating this week, so we didn't really have like a week to just do nothing. Like I literally just finished my last assignment last night. But you know, I'm going on this amazing vacation with just me and my mom, girly trip, and we're just going to chill. I'm not going to do any work. I'm going to take a break from practicing. Yes.
I believe that when I see it.
How
I bet
am
I'm
I
gonna get.
going to
I bet
work?
I'm gonna. I bet I'm gonna get an email from Lauren
You
randomly.
might. You might.
Exactly.
Like I'm gonna get an email of me with the Aperol spritz in my hand.
At least you have a good libation.
Right. Good libation. Good
A good
libation.
libation. You know, it's come on. What?
But Michael, why are you
Just
whispering?
saying libation.
Oh my gosh.
Libations. I mean, y'all get the luck to already be done. I can't say the same for teachers.
Ugh.
But
Like June.
June 1st is the last technical day for teachers. Yes. For here. In most places that I know, June 1st is the last day. But I do want to bring up a topic on teachers. Teachers are leaving this field at a astronomical rate.
Mm-hmm.
And I know just at my school alone, there's almost 20 teachers not returning next year.
A lot of them are saying we ain't gonna put up with this no more. Like me and Anthony were on the phone because I was, or where no, I was driving you to the airport or something. And I was like, look at everybody on this highway. Everybody on this highway had at least one or two teacher per grade from kindergarten to 12th grade. And without them, they would not be here. But we still say, oh, you're going to train our future youth. $30,000, here you go. Work every single day, here you go. Pay for your own supplies, here you go. It's awful.
I really feel like education is one of those fields where it's too often seen as if it's like, well, you have the heart to do it. You don't do it for the money.
You don't know how many times I've heard that.
Or that it's a noble profession.
Yeah, like you have to have a heart to be a teacher. Yeah, you do. I also need my compensation.
I also have to pay rent.
Correct. Because, and let's be honest here. Let's be honest. These parents, because all these lawmakers are parents, they don't want to spend 8 hours with their children, so they send them to school. But instead are always cutting teachers out. And I'm just like, you know, I'm gonna send little Johnny, little Sue back to your house for 8 hours. Now, see, here's the thing. When we were in the middle of COVID, all I kept hearing was teachers, y'all are essential workers and blah, blah, blah. But COVID is, I wouldn't say it's over, but I will say we have transitioned into what we kind of had before. Where was all that smoke? Like, where was all that lip service that you was talking about? Where's all that lip service? Now, look, you back in the houses, you back in the senates, you back, you know, all those official people were saying teachers are essential workers. You are back doing your job now. You're back in the House, you're back in the Senate, in both state and as a nation. You back now. Where are those same words?
What I love is parents be like, I pay your bill. No, you don't. My check is cut from the county office. You pay your taxes, but my check is cut from the county office. Don't be saying I pay you, so you better do this. No, you don't. Unless your money hits my hand, you don't pay me.
Right. And let me just reassure you this. If you ever say that to me, I'm gonna come get your child. Because your little taxes ain't worth it.
Ain't. No, $300 ain't worth it.
Please come get your child. And I will show you how much them taxes that you so-called are so up in arms about, how much is really worth.
it's just it's crazy. There was so much of that energy, and I remember it too. The waves, of saying, "Teachers, we appreciate you so much," and da da da, and all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, like we teachers, y'all really don't get it. Like, like I'm like I really feel like y'all don't get it because some of the most important people who have ever been in my life and who are still currently in my life are teachers and mentors who I have met throughout education. Because they don't have to care, as they can give you have their syllabus, they can teach you the information and send you out, and that is all they technically have to do. But for those teachers who take it an extra step and you could feel that they care about their students, everything, they don't have to do that. They do that because they want to and they care about their students. And the fact that you think that you should just have that, like that's just a normal thing, and like they should be grateful for the whatever little pennies that you give them, like, and the amount of things, like, teachers don't like clock out. Really, do teachers ever clock out? Like, thinking about their kids
Especially
going,
band directors.
That's the better.
especially band
It's
directors and other
or
people.
any music teacher.
Yeah, like the amount of stuff you do after school, but before school in the summer when you're not even getting paid to prep for the school year, because you know that if you only start whenever the money hits, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be backed up. So no, I'm not surprised at the large quantities of people just leaving the field. Then what? Then what? What's gonna happen when everyone gets it's the same thing we're seeing with fast food places, right, where they're like, we don't have anyone working. I remember walking into somewhere where it was a road trip and we just stopped because we had to like go use the bathroom to get a snack. There was one person in there
Yeah,
doing drive through food and front counter,
yeah.
and she was like, please bear with me, it is only me today.
Look,
Like,
I mean, here I went to Jimmy John's, and I got there probably around 3:30, only to see it's closed. We close at 3 now because low staff. And I'm like, Jimmy John's closed at 3. First of all, I don't know why they're open at 8 o'clock. Like, who eats
yeah.
Jimmy John's for breakfast?
Oh,
Be
maybe food on the way to school or food on the way to work, like you pick it up on the
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was shocked. 3 o'clock,
Mhm.
like I maybe five, but 3. But it's because there's no staff. There's no staff.
I'll do you one better. Dunkin' Donuts by my house, 6 to 12. Noon, my guy. Noon is when they stop serving coffee on Sundays. I was like, why? But no, I mean, I find it so hard to deal with like the football people getting like football teams and head coaches get so much money and so much exposure. And then every other teacher, literally every other teacher is like, oh, and they're like, hey, can you pass my kid so they play on Friday night?
Oh, oh, child. Let's not look. Let me not go there. Let me not go there. We're gonna keep this on a light note. This is for another topic, another day, because be ready to swing. Be ready to swing of just that. Okay. Um, and then you get paid. Why you get paid more for what? For what?
Paid more to do weightlifting, yell at them, and then lose 6 football games. They get paid more to lose. Just imagine that.
I don't really, this is my thing. I've never really cared that much about sports. I understand it. I understand the idea and the camaraderie, sportsmanship and everything behind it. But what's always annoyed me is the emphasis it's had over academia and like other extracurriculars like the arts and other things that are just as beneficial for students. I believe that in wellness there is a spot for everything when it comes to wellness, mental, physical, all of it. Sports has a place in it, but so does music, and so does art, so does dance, so does even like health class and math and science, all that. There is a place for all of it, and what I hate is seeing uneven distribution of the not only all the resources for the teachers to have and the access of the students to have to all the resource, but even just as we see, we're talking about pay grades, the difference in the wages and everything, and um all I'm gonna say is the beautiful part about being a teacher right now, and what has been a beautiful part about being a teacher these past few years is kind of seeing how students have been, how they're more aware of all these things going on, right? And they're more ready to fight for it and against all the things that they see as unjust from a very early age. So hopefully we get these kids who are going out in every single one of these fields, and they're going, I was here whenever, like, we had teachers who were giving us lunch because some of us couldn't eat at home. We had teachers bringing us like deodorant and soap and all this stuff because we came to school and we didn't have stuff at home, and they shouldn't have had to do that. And we want to make sure that teachers don't have to do that, or if they do, they are paid well to do that. You know what I mean? So like, all that to say, I really am, just as crazy as the world is and unfortunate as things are happening as we're seeing in politics and everything right now. I am very excited to see what these newer generations are going to do about it, because they are vocal.
Yes,
They
they
have the
are.
resources, the tech savviness to get their messages out everywhere and to connect to each other everywhere. So I mean, I'm hoping that sometime in our life, in our lifetime, that we're going, and we're going to be a part of that. Like, I'm saying that as if we didn't, we are far removed from that generation,
Right.
but we're going to start seeing more changes. It's going to be slow, just as it always has been, but this too shall pass, you know?
Job path. And just one more thing. It's so unfortunate that, literally on like an evaluation, they say like, oh, you have to have like an inviting space, like an inviting classroom. So you need to have like stuff put up and creativity, but you won't even give me the bare minimum. So what, you want me
Oh,
to go and pay for something that with money I don't have, or with anything, like you want me to do this? You pay me from 8 to 4. That's it. That's it. But if teachers started to have that mentality, oh my God,
they
crazy.
would be up in arms. They'd be like, why is there no tutors? Do I get overtime?
Oop, period.
Why are you not prepared? Do I have a planning period?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what was I? You brought up a great point. There was a band director I heard. The school gave her $100 a year. That was her budget. You know what she did? She bought a couple of reeds, some valve oil, and she took it up there. She said, "This is your $100." By the way, just want to let you know,
Oop.
this is your $100 right here. And you see this? Be gone by the end of this semester. There's no new music.
First of all, the reads will be gone probably in the first, I don't know, 4 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah, like, come on now. Come on now.
it's just crazy, and that's for every like. Imagine English teachers. Like every English teacher I know is not begging, they're asking for donations for books for their library. I'm like, what? Y'all can't get like a one-time lump sum, like tell them every book you're gonna buy and they'll give it to you so you don't have to see. You know what I read in these books? It ain't the words, because other students write in them. Like let them buy new books. Also, why are our textbooks like 25 years old? Like, there's a bunch of stuff messed up with the education system, but you always know them Friday night lights are gonna be lit. There's gonna be a bunch of people in them stands, especially if you in the South, and then they're gonna be cheering, hooting, and hollering.
Let me just say this. Let me just say this and I'm done. And if anybody at my school is watching, I'm sorry because y'all finna get thrown on the bus. I'm sorry.
Period.
Um, Currently my school just spent 1 point something million dollars to basically to redo the stadium. And it's not the school, it is the county. Spent 1 point something million dollars, or actually I think it's way more than that. They spent 1 point something million just to redo the gym. But some million to redo the football. Okay. Mind you, there are in my school, there are classrooms that lights are gone. There are leaking roofs. Literally today, the top of my office, one of the tiles created a big old bulb like this. because of water. And every day, like my kids be like, are you gonna be okay? And I'm like, I've
We're gonna see.
I've submitted so many things saying that this needs to be fixed. The air condition goes out sometimes. You got this, you got that. But we spent millions of dollars to renovate a football stadium that was fine. I've never seen that football stadium packed, but we want to make it bigger and we want more lights and we want audio and we want make it make sense, doll.
I
Our
love.
kids, our kids are sitting in these seats, don't know what really they ingesting because I don't really trust the filtration system in here. But we gonna get a new renovated football stadium.
I one more thing. I know this school who spent $3.3 million, $3.3 million to redo the football stadium. There's teachers leaving this county because they're not getting paid enough. They're getting paid more at a smaller, more rural county. That's crazy. The fact that you can spend $3.3 million on your football field, but you can't pay your teachers what it's worth and compete. It's not hard to compete salary to salary with teacher salaries. Like, let's be honest, it's probably less than $10,000, which you can find. Like that's easy money because you about to hire some new head football coach, and they're gonna be walking on water coming in at 2:55 in the afternoon, and they're gonna work till 6, and they're gonna be out in their brand new truck that you probably also paid for, going to their brand new house that you probably found in the county, and to lose football games. I just cannot stress this enough. To lose football games, you value losing football games more than educating the next generation.
Like, I
But
mean,
that's neither here or there or anywhere. That's just facts that have been stated on this podcast.
I mean, this is the thing. I'm not surprised anymore by anything, and none of this has changed since whenever, which is why, I mean, again, go sports, woo, but like I have to put my time and my effort into things that are not getting the attention that they deserve, right? Um, and so, yeah, it's, we're going to, hopefully, we'll see, hopefully, the teachers, unfortunately, who are leaving, as unfortunate as for the school systems that they were a part of, hopefully, this wave is going to trigger something, and attention is going to be more put back onto what's actually important. I would hope. I would hope.
said
Um,
this too shall pass.
this too shall pass. But in good news, there are things, whenever we have problems that need to be addressed, we get new initiatives and ways to address them. And through the sphere, I'm sure people, if you are friends with classical musicians, specifically Black classical musicians, you've been seeing the Black Orchestral Network and all the work that they've done. This is a collective of Black orchestral musicians who have kind of come together to talk about and address the inequalities that they have faced through working in orchestras. And we know that the orchestral field is the least diverse field, I think, of most of the classical music sphere, just because of the how the institution of orchestras and how traditional and how far they go back and the origins of them and all this. And the call, there's so many people who've signed it, a lot of people who have even we've had on this podcast before, and people who we have discussed and a reference to within the podcast. And it's great to see this solidarity, and they had a day of solidarity yesterday, May 9th. But it's still, I'm trying to be optimistic because this is why I'm going into the field that I'm going into, because I want to help with these issues that are obvious, and need to be addressed. And I wonder what it's going to take, because we see certain orchestras doing it. We see a lot of, I saw Seattle Symphony repost, I believe I saw Atlanta repost. Atlanta's even doing a whole cohort thing with League of American Orchestras to make things more diverse. I guess all these initiatives are happening, and I want to know, it's great. Now, what are the ones who aren't doing these things? what's going on over there. You know, the orchestras and the institutions who are not jumping with this and trying to be so in solidarity with it. I'm looking there. That's where I'm looking right now because I want to know what is still causing, and I know what it is, right? We know it's donors who they're like, oh, I want Beethoven and Handel and Mozart, and it's like you will get that. No, let me not say unfortunately. Well, unfortunately, let me go ahead and say it. But you know, it's there. It's just money will really make people talk. Money will change everything. This has been the topic since we cut the camera on, but this is my thing. There's money elsewhere. There we are seeing a whole new rise with black wealth and black millionaires and all these things where we're investing into different things and black restaurateurs, all these enterprises that are black owned now. And it's funny because someone the other day here asked me, "Okay, you're from Atlanta, like you literally the Atlanta Symphonies should be super diverse, right?" I said, "Yeah, right. Yeah, they should be." And I showed them a roster of the Atlanta Symphony musicians, and they lost their mind. They said, "The Atlanta, and this is what this." I was like, "Yeah, that's how that works. That's how that works." You know, I think Andrew Brady, crickets. And you know, that's the crazy thing is they were like, well, where are the where are the black millionaires who are there? Where are the people, the black people with the wealth there? I'm like, they're there. Why would they invest their money though into an institution that obviously is not supporting the things that they support? You know what I mean? And that is what it really is. The talent development program the Atlanta Symphony is doing, it has fostered some really great musicians, but I know for a fact that that has been struggling for a lot of different reasons, and I'll keep those to myself. But what I will say is that organizations prioritize things that they think are important, right? And so when you see an organization pushing for certain things or showcasing a lot of things, that says something. Um, and so with these organizations, these orchestras who are standing in solidarity with Black Orchestra Network, great for you. I hope to see accountability. I hope to see you follow through with it. For the ones who are not, eventually, hopefully.
If not, guess what? We move on. We move on without you. You can stay in your stuck ways. That's cool.
And
Because
die.
we are going right. We gonna continue to move and we're gonna continue to step over you and do things how we were gonna do it regardless. And so some of the people who are doing that is a friend to the show, Kevin J. We want to congratulate him for being nominated for a Pulitzer Prize for his Concerto for Wind Ensemble, which is honestly one of my favorite pieces in the world. I listen to it on a daily. I literally worked out to this piece, y'all. Like I was on the treadmill. I put it on. I look.
Especially the riff movement.
Oh yeah. It's amazing. I was there for the world premiere performance. I've listened to other performances of it. I am so happy for Kevin. I am so glad he was nominated for a Pulitzer because it was he definitely deserved it. So just congratulations to you from us at Relative Pitch as well.
Let's
So
keep going with wind music.
yes, let's go. I mean, orchestras, y'all are dying. Sorry, that's the T. Y'all want to be less diverse than everybody else, then die.
Right.
Move
It's
on.
not, and it's not even sometimes less diverse. It's just the most like progressive and pushing the industry forward with music.
Mm,
Like if you're not pushing it forward, then you're stagnating.
is.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna drink no stagnant water. Why you gonna listen and play some stagnant music? That's all I gotta say.
Right. But you know what? It's been a great season because just getting to talk about all of these topics. We come here and we record and everything. So it's just been a really good time. And I can't believe that it's been full 2 years since we started this thing. Um,
No.
so I mean, look, I'm just glad of all the things we've done thus far. If you are just joining us today, please go back and watch the 20 something episodes we already got up on here, plus 20 something episodes we got in our first season, plus the 5, 6, 7, 8 episodes we had in the summer series. So you got a lot of stuff to get caught up on before we come back. Okay. So just because we're gone for a little bit don't mean we gone forever. Okay, so go back. There's playlists on YouTube of all the episodes. So honestly, just put the playlist on and just listen. You know, you will learn a lot and it'll get you caught up for when we come back, and we coming back with a bang. So I'm so glad that y'all are staying here with us and you're enjoying. Please, if you want to hear anything or a topic that you think we should discuss, please leave a comment, send us an email, send us a DM, whatever, because that we would love to talk about it. But until then, until we see each other again, thank you so much for watching Relative Pitch. And we are here for you. So that's it. Have a great summer, y'all, and have a great rest of y'all's day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.